If you're constantly frustrated because you don't have the money to do the things you want or need to do every month, this one's for you. Step one is to create a spending plan or a budget that actually works and is easy to stick to. If you haven't figured out a way to do that in a way that you can stick to, then you're probably running out of money before your month ends. You're not able to save any money, which is perpetuating the cycle of you being broke, and your debt just keeps on growing. This is probably happening because either A, you don't know your spending habits, meaning you cannot budget for your spending habits, so your budget becomes impossible to stick to. B, maybe your priorities are not aligned to your actual goals. So, for instance, it's more important to get your first emergency fund in place than it is to go to dinner with your friends. And I know sometimes we don't want to hear that, but it's true. So, when your priorities aren't aligned, maybe you plan for something, but then something comes up that sounds more fun, and so your priorities just go out the window. Or C, you have no actionable goals. So maybe you have goals in your mind, but you haven't actually put them to paper and you haven't listed out the steps you can take daily to get closer and closer to your goals. When your goals are not actionable and they have no direction, it's very, very hard to hit them and it's very hard to stay consistent to those. You've probably tried to budget in some form or fashion at some point and it probably didn't work out for you and now you're thinking this budgeting doesn't work. Yes, it does. You just weren't doing it in a way that was aligned to your lifestyle. So let's talk about creating a good spending plan, aka budget, and when done right, this is going to allow you to actually align to your financial goals and hit them, whether that's saving your first $1,000, paying off debt, or just having some spending money to use when you want to use it. There are three main elements you need to consider in your budget. The first is fixed expenses. Is there any of your bills with due dates? I want you to write out all of your fixed expenses for the whole month and reduce them where you can. So things like insurance, internet, your phone bill, credit card interest rates, those can all be reduced to save you money. All you have to do in most cases is do a little bit of research and then call your company and ask them for a discount. Second, we have variable expenses, which are things like groceries, gas, and fun money. These are your spending habits and they can be anything you want them to be. This is where knowing your spending habits comes into play and is very key because when you know your habits, you can build those into your variable expenses, still enjoy your money while also being aligned to your overall goals. So if you love your morning coffee run or you love to order DoorDash or you love to go out to eat with friends, you can still do that. We do not want to fully restrict ourselves or you will fail, okay? You have to just build those things in as variable expenses and give yourself a limit so that you don't go over that limit. Last but not least, we have sinking funds, and these are longer-term savings for things that you know are coming in the future. Things like emergency fund, car repairs, vacations. When these are built into your monthly budget, but also allowing yourself to have money to spend and enjoy, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to hit those goals every month unless some extenuating circumstances happen. You don't actually hate budgeting, you're just not doing it right, and it doesn't have to be hard. Anybody can do this, yes, even you. Get to know yourself and your spending habits, build your plan around those habits, and you are going to see way more success this way. Remember, this is not hard, it's just new. You got this, friend.